Hi, this is Art Phelps, and I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this brief audio. As you may know, I am currently a co-owner of an online marketing company that actually helps networkers. We're working with tens of thousands of networkers from over 300 different network marketing companies and people who are looking to make money online. As a result of that, I literally look at hundreds of different opportunities and have looked at them for the past 4 years. Well, just a couple of weeks ago, I was introduced to something that kind of took me aback. Somebody had contacted me about our system, and they were very interested in using our system to expand and grow their new networking business that they were working with. And the interesting thing happened is I was looking at his website. I clicked on this link called Results, and I began to see some pretty staggering results. I mean, just like unbelievable results. I was like, wow, what's going on here with this product? Literally, people were taking years off their face in days. Just amazing, amazing results. People were looking 5 years younger, 10 years younger in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, in some cases even days. And people with all kinds of skin problems were seeing those problems disappearing. I was like, what is this product? So we hung up the phone, and I just kind of started digging. I started digging into the background of the company. And what I found is that, 14 years ago, this biotech company that had been growing these biomed fields of this ornamental plant, and they're actually using this product to do antiviral, anti-cancer studies at pretty notable places. MD Anderson Cancer Research Center in Houston, Texas, LSU, Duke University, Johns Hopkins. But one of the interesting things as they were applying it topically is they saw miraculous healing properties of the skin across the board. I mean, everybody was getting positive results. Fine lines, deep lines, wrinkles, age spots, things were just disappearing at an alarming rate. I mean, so much more effective than anything else out there. So what this company did, this biotech company, is they formed a skincare division. And one of the first things they did is they wanted to get some clinical data. They wanted real science. So they contacted a company out in California called ST&T, Science, Toxicology, and Technology, and they funded a clinical study. Now, what this company does is they do clinical studies, and they do it for hundreds of different companies and all kinds of different products. So they funded this clinical study, and they did a 30-day trial. And the results they see are just amazing. Now, here's something that I've learned. The average products that are out on the market today to deal with anti-aging and skin stuff, okay, will get you anywhere from a 2 to 5% improvement in 30 to 45 days. What they were seeing with this particular product was not an improvement of 2 to 5%, but improvements of 20%, 30%, 40, 50, and in some cases over 60% improvement in the reduction of fine lines, deep lines, hyperpigmentation, discoloration, aging, 60% improvement in 30 days. And they have this all documented. Okay, so I'm like, wow, this is something big. I mean, think about it. The anti-aging market is huge. So now the company has this dilemma. Okay, we have this phenomenal product. It's literally 5 to 10 times more effective than anything that's ever been introduced. We have the exclusive marketing rights for it. Nobody else can get this stuff. And so they look at retail, but that's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of money. They're going to need to develop a marketing team. They're going to need to develop advertising and advertising budgets, and they're going to need to, be able to promote this thing out through magazines and whatever, and time and money, okay? And plus, it would just sit on a shelf next to somebody else. The story's not going to get told. They look at infomercials, and that might be okay for a single product, but these guys have a pipeline of products that they want to come out with that have these incredible results for people. So they're looking really to build a brand. So what they do is they meet with a guy by the name of Jeff Olson. Jeff is a 30-year veteran of the network marketing industry, but he's not just a veteran. I mean, they call him the millionaire maker. I mean, this guy has had more success in this industry than probably anybody else out there. And they ultimately put together a team. Jeff is like, wow, if all this stuff is true, we truly have something special here that nobody else has, nobody else can get, and we can build a global brand for this company. So I'm looking at all this stuff, and I say, you know what? I got to try this product. So I order a bunch of it because I just don't want it for myself. I want to get it for my mom, my sister, my brothers. We all want to try it, right? I mean, if there's something out there that can actually help you look 10 to 20 years younger in 30 days, don't you want to get your hands on it? I mean, who doesn't want to get their hands on this stuff, right? So I order the products, and meanwhile I call a friend of mine, Carolyn, in Houston. I said, Carolyn, I'm ordering some product. I want to send one to you when you get it. And she asked me what it is. I say, anti-aging. She says, wow, that sounds exciting, right? So every day now she starts calling me, do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? I said, no, Carolyn. I said, Carolyn, listen, why don't you just go order it? When I bought the products, I got a website. Go order it from my website. You can order it wholesale. Comes with a 100% money back guarantee. You got nothing to lose here. Let's just try this product out. I don't know when I'm getting my product, but why don't you just go order it yourself? While I'm waiting for mine, Carolyn gets her product, and I said, Carolyn, listen, it looks like there's a meeting on this company over in Houston. Why don't you go check it out, right? She says, okay, and I'm going to bring a friend of mine, Bob. She brings her friend, Bob. They go over to this meeting. She calls me after the meeting. She's like, Art, you better get in this. I'm like, why, Carolyn? What's going on? She says, there's 400 people here. 90% of them have never done network marketing before. They absolutely love this product. And then Carolyn lowers the boom. She says, I'm getting in. I said, well, Carolyn, what happened to the evaluation? I thought we were going to evaluate this thing. She goes, you can evaluate it all you want. I mean, I've seen enough pictures of people before and after that I know this works. They showed us the clinical trials. It's not if it works. It works. It's just, are you going to get a 20%? Are you going to get 30, 40, 50, 60% improvement? You're going to get improvement. That's absolutely proven through the science. And she says, I'm signing up. Oh, and the person I brought with me, he's signing up too. Now, listen, I've been fortunate to get involved with some companies when they were very young and when they went on to be very, very big. And that's the opportunity we have here. But it's even bigger and better than that. What I like about this is you have a product that actually makes you look younger, makes your skin feel softer, makes it more appealing. Who's going to stop using it? No one. It's the perfect business model. So I looked at the compensation plan. I said, you know what? This compensation plan has everything. It's doable. It was built for the average person to be able to build a network. And after meeting the CEO, after doing my research and looking at the size of this industry and the potential that we have here and being able to help millions, tens of millions of people all over the world, not just income-wise, but also help them look better and help them feel better about the way they look. So anyways, the next day comes, product gets shipped to me. I get it, but it doesn't come to me. It doesn't come to my home. It goes to my office, but I'm not there. So the guy next door to me picks it up, George. Now, George is a professional wedding photographer, does high-end weddings. He's been featured in Bride magazine. I mean, this guy is like top photographer, right? He calls me up. He says, Art, you got your package up. He's like, what is it? I said, I don't know, George, something with anti-aging. And he goes, anti-aging? That sounds interesting, right? So I said, okay, all right, well, listen, I'll open it up when we get up there. I get up there, open the kit up, and there's also some photos in there before and after. So I have George look at the photos. I said, George, listen, you're a professional photographer. This is what you do for a living. What's up with these photos? My wife thinks they've been retouched or photoshopped or something like that. Can you tell? So he picks the photos up, and he's looking at them real close, like 3-4 inches from his eyes and stuff. And he says, you know what, Art? I don't think these things have been retouched at all. These are real. And then he looks down, he goes, 4 days? 4 days? This can't happen in 4 days. And then he goes to the next one, he goes, 7 days? Next one, 11 days, 17 days. He goes, Art, I have to try this product. I do all these weddings. Everyone wants to look good for this one photo that's going to hang or sitting on in their dining room for years. Everybody wants to look good before the wedding. So I'm like, okay, George, I'll let you try a product, one deal. You got to take pictures. So he takes the photos, not just myself, my mom, my sisters, my brothers, all this other stuff. We go home, we all start using the products. And every day, hey, it's kind of silly. I'm looking in the mirror. Is it working? Is it working? You spend all this time in front of the mirror trying to see if it's working. And, after a few days, like, hey, I think it's working. I mean, my skin is soft as anything. So it wasn't to day 12 that we actually went back and had our photos documented. And I got to tell you, the results blew me away. I couldn't believe what happened in 12 days of using this product. I was like, holy mackerel, this is going to be huge. So I'd encourage you to get back to the person who gave you this audio so they can give you more information about this opportunity and or this product, because you really need to try this product for yourself. I would encourage you to do what I did, and that is get a bunch of it. And get it out to some friends, because if you are going to do it as a business, you can have that immediate launch because people will see the results for themselves. So talk to the person who got you this audio. They can help you fill in the details. They can get you to the websites where you can see the results and you can do the research for yourself. Thanks for your time.